There it is. We're live. All right. Hello, everybody. Testing one, two, three. One, two, three. Testing one, two, three. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the live drawing on October 30th for the the event that we have today for Give Kids a Reading Chance fundraiser that we've been running for the last couple of months. We welcome you all. Today, the drawing is going to take place at 6 o'clock. Right now, we have 6:48, and in the House right now, we got Planning Commissioner Luis Juarez, who's going to help me with the honors of drawing the winning ticket today.
All right.
So we're going to get started in about 10 more minutes. So hang tight. Um, the chat is live. If you are connected, you can actually say something live here at CU Inks. I love to hear from you. If anybody is linked in right now, and I love to hear from you. We are super excited about today. Pomona Planning Commissioner, right? Pomona Planning Commissioner. Luis Juarez is in the house. So welcome, Luis, to our humble abode here in Pomona. Thank you for being here today.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate all the hard work that you guys do at the Planning Commission while we get ready for the 7 o'clock drawing. Is there something hot and heavy that's happening in the Planning Commission that we should know about right now?
Well, there's a few topics that everyone in Pomona should be interested in, and that is following up and making sure that the housing element that the city of Pomona is now uh, finalizing, that it encompasses all the things that our residents need and care about. One of the big stories of that is how the city plans to house the homeless. And of course, as everyone's seen it, on Mission Boulevard, is now building a 24/7 homeless facility in the city of Pomona. And it will, I believe, help aid the stress on the streets. And there's going to be all around wraparound services there for mental health, for alcohol and drug addiction,
Nice.
and for economic development, economic jobs for people that can work and desire to work and you can get back on their feet. And I think that the integrity of the city is being displayed there.
Thanks.
Because how you take care of your most desolate population is how
It's
you
who
do
you are.
yourself. Is who you are.
That's who you are.
Exactly.
That's beautiful, man. Thanks for that. How many members is that going to be able to house? What's the
In
goal?
the beginning, they're looking at around 200 beds.
Wow,
And
man,
then,
that's significant.
Yeah,
dude.
it is a significant bite.
How many?
Of course, it's not the all cure all and all that.
How many are they saying that we need?
Upwards of 500 beds.
So we're like about a third of the way, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
we are still working on it, and the city is working hard on it. There's no doubt about it with the whole voucher system and uh, areas for families to develop, because it's a real tricky question because you don't house single men with women with kids.
Right.
You have to keep them separate, and of course there's there's the need to develop those types of facilities, smaller maybe, but they will be looked at in the future. And that's why it's so important that we make this one a success. Everybody in the city of Pomona, can pitch in. Eventually, they are going to have a meeting, if they haven't already had one, regarding how people can participate, contribute, uh, all the blankets,
Oh,
clothing,
nice.
all those types of things.
Yeah.
And and how, like, for instance, I suggested, maybe we build a couple of basketball courts,
Nice.
horseshoe rings,
Yeah.
whatever, the other activities that could be in, on that lot, and, volunteers can help us do all that kind of work. So those are some of the suggestions that have come so far. Gardening, a gardening area, so that they can have their
And
own
what
organic.
what about the
vegetables.
hydroponic facility or the aquaponic facility that they're gonna have in the back? There was a lady that works at Cal Poly Pomona, I forgot her name, who's a professor that actually did a uh, aquaponics project for 25 men at the temporary homeless facility.
Yeah.
I
I,
think
I wasn't aware of that. And
about
I,
15 or 20, yeah, 15 or 20, and it was a very successful project. She built out a model. It's not gigantic, but it might have been maybe 15, 20 feet
okay.
long,
Mhm.
and it was aquaponics. So they had in the bottom, they had all the fish, right,
Mhm.
and then on the top they had to grow what they were growing,
Mhm.
different fruits and vegetables, and the homeless men were in charge of managing that with the help of her and her
Yeah.
students, right? And it actually and it got off the ground. So it's like, okay,
Why
that's
can't
what-
we do? Why can't we do a mock up
do
there and actually
Give
help
her
feeding the
and
population?
she don't need a lot. She only needs a few thousand, and she can get all that set up. Boom, boom, boom. A small kind of donation. You can make all that work. It's 6:54, ladies and gentlemen. If you're on, I'd love to hear from you. Give me a shout out in the chat there. We're at 6:54 right now. We're going to be doing the drawing in about 6 minutes. This is for Give Kids a Reading Chance drawing, and we love for all you guys to shout out if you're there, if you're near. All right then. So what I'm saying. So again, Luis Juarez, planning commissioner for the city of Pomona, is in the house. He's going to be helping me today, doing the drawing, and we're just sitting here chopping it up a little bit about what's happening in Pomona in the way of things that are related to planning commission and the significant accomplishments that Pomona is making relative to housing the homeless and what's going to be there. Looks like there's a lot of activities, and Luis has a vision about having some activities out there. And one of the things that we're just connecting just through this conversation is that there was an aquaponics project that a professor from Cal Poly was doing with a homeless community in Pomona last year or the year before that could serve as a model to something that we might do at this larger facility where the men can learn how to manage aquaponics and how to manage the growing part of growing vegetables in a healthy way through this aquaponic system. So I think that's something that is worthwhile. I think your ideas regarding the activities, man, is like that's key. You don't think about that, huh?
No,
It's not on the map for people, right?
it's not on the map for people, and I've always said that, especially people that are wondering, hey, what can I do with my time, or are troubled, but they got too much time on their hands, and there's no more baseball season is over, and they can be in service. They can be in service in one way or another, and like I said, the actual setup of the homeless shelter is going to include residents of Pomona, volunteers helping out, and it's a great way to get involved in the city. It's a great way to say, hey, I'm doing something, for the city of Pomona, for the future, for a positive image. It's going to be the first, I believe, the first 24/7 homeless center in San Gabriel Valley.
Wow.
Pomona is on the cutting edge of a lot of different things, and residents should be aware of it and be proud. Be proud to say that my city is on the cutting edge of a lot of things here, and it's important. It's very important.
How do we 3 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen? Luis, how do we get to the root cause of why even homelessness even exists? Is there anything out there relative to a study or anything that somebody's coming back with that says, hey, we're looking at this thing, we think this is the root cause of homelessness? Because until we can get to that root cause, that's really the way to kind of eradicate it, right? Shuffling people into a house or into homes rather, to safety is very important. It's something that we all should do at every level. But in an effort to try to eradicate it, we would have to kind of go even one step before like homelessness. Like, how did they get there? What are the root causes of that?
There's a number of reasons why we find ourselves in the predicament that we are in. Um, One is that the mental health facilities that we were so blessed with back in the 70s and the 80s have all been, almost all of them, all the big facilities are gone. And they were basically housing the mentally challenged, the mentally ill, and they, there's nowhere else for them to go. Um, the emergency wards of the hospitals are inundated with not just medically treatable diseases, but also psychiatric type of cases where it just flooded the hospitals. That's one. The drug and alcohol addiction rate went up, especially during the financial crises that the United States was going through, and California was not even though California is rich, a rich state, it was not protected from these types of economic woes. The economic development in any state, in any industrialized nation, has a lot to do with how the numbers of homelessness are gauged. You know, I think we're trying to do a good job here. I know Proposition 1, the county measure to develop more shelters. There's another proposition for mental health, especially mental health of children. And I think you should pay close attention to investing some of our tax dollars in these areas specifically, because they've been taken away. A long time ago, they were taken away.
Wow, man. So the result, a big contributor to the homelessness is the closing of a lot of our mental health facilities.
Yep.
Down the road, as funding's been taken away from that.
Yeah.
And they're not able to treat these situations, and that's kind of the root cause.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Economic development, people lost their homes. The
crisis, right?
The crisis with medical care. I mean, you're one operation away from losing your home.
Bankruptcy, right?
And bankruptcy. So this is an all around.
Wow, that's heavy, brother.
All around.
So anyway, want to come back and bring it into a little brighter light. We're back on now. It's now 7:01 for all of you watching. Please chime in on the chat for us here. We'd love to hear from you if you're taking a look at us. But it's now time for the big drawing, and we're actually going to draw 3 names. And as I said, we have Commissioner Pomona, Planning Commissioner Luis Juarez is in the house with us right now, and he's going to be helping me out with the actual drawing of the names. And so why don't we go ahead and we're going to get started with drawing the third prize winner, which is going to be the $100 Visa card. And we'll start with the third prize winner and who that's going to be. And then we'll do the second prize, which is the vintage bike. And then we'll do the grand prize, which is the weekend stay in Big Bear. And thanks to Madison Bias Music for their generous contribution of the use of the facility out in Big Bear. It's a beautiful 2,000 square foot home located in Big Bear, and it's just absolutely impeccable and gorgeous. And again, we want to thank Madison Bias Music for their sponsorship and offering up this Big Bear home out in Big Bear, California. And so here we go. So we're gonna have Luis, if you would do the honors here. We got everybody's name here, and thanks to everyone who made the contributions. I want to thank everyone who was able to make the contributions, and all the friends that we have throughout California, throughout the country. We have people all the way from New York contributing, and we appreciate that. And so we got everyone's names in here, and Luis is going to make the.
I'm sitting down, so I can't see.
So Luis, he can't see. He's going to make the first drawing, and the third place prize goes to. Picking one, he's got it right there. Third place prize goes to. Third place prize of $100 Visa card goes to Mr. Victor Preciado. Thank you, Victor, for your support. And you got a $100 Visa card coming your way, sir. So we got
Congratulations, Victor.
Congratulations, Victor. Yeah. All right. And so now we got for the second prize now. We have spinning the names all around and around, getting them going, mixing them up. And now we have second prize for the vintage bike. Who's that going to be? We got Luis pulling out a name there and looking at it there. And we got, hey, how about that? We got Fernando Mesa.
All right.
That's going to get the second prize for the vintage bike. And thank you,
Fernando.
Thank you, Fernando. Yeah, Fernando Mesa, thank you for your contribution and for being there. Now, drum roll, everybody. Can we get the big drum roll going on? This is for the big prize, the big show here. And let's see here. Got them getting them all mixed up here and mixing them up. And here we go. For the grand prize, here it is. And the name is. Can I get a drum roll, please? The name is Imelda Guerrero from Santa Ana. Imelda Guerrero from Santa Ana.
All right, congratulations, Imelda.
Imelda's one of our graduate students from the Santa Ana projects that we're doing. So congratulations to Imelda and to her and her family. And we'll set you up with the details, Imelda, as to the day that you're available to be able to go to Big Bear. And we'll be in touch with you shortly. We'll be in touch with everyone, all the winners today. Again, I want to send a special, shout out, thank you to everyone. I mean, I was just so touched and so humbled by all of your support and your effort. Those that I was able to talk to, it was good to talk to you guys. Those that we kind of touched base via email that we haven't had the opportunity to talk in a while. I'm glad that we got that chance, and it was really good to catch up with you guys. And I look forward to catching up and staying in touch with you guys. I don't want 10 years or the next year's fundraiser to separate us. Hopefully that we can stay more in touch. We're working on some really good things here at 1 Million NIU from an economics perspective, and also obviously with the training and the work that we do. And the funds that we raise this time around is to help build that app out so that we can help parents get access to online tools to increase the reading of their children. And so we keep doing great things, but we couldn't do it without your support. Your support was so important in this fundraiser. And I really see all of what you were able to do as a true blessing from God, that God is able to kind of bridge those gaps for us in a special way that allowed you guys to help us do the things that that we need and want to be able to continue to do. So it's very special, each and every one of you. I can't name all of you. I'd be here for the next hour or so to name every single person's name, but thank you all. I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart and from all the people that we serve, thank you so much for being there and being a part of this particular fundraiser. Congratulations again, one more time, to the winners, and we'll be in touch. And a special shout out to Planning Commissioner Mr. Luis Juarez. Give him a big round of applause, for being our drawing person. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the next videos. And again, thank you all very, very much, and have a great evening. Bye now. Yeah.